Good. Jose, it's all politics. 90% of this job is politics. People know this. You keep kissing babies and shaking hands down there. Don't worry about the truck.
I'm glad you didn't say kissing hands and shaking babies. That would be a real bad conversation to have.
Yes, I do not know. Do not shake babies.
Well,
Do
let's
not encourage that at
I'm
all.
gonna do one more introduction here. Just wanted to welcome everybody to the
Okay.
MMAfighting.com morning weigh-in show. You've got Jose Youngs over in Las Vegas. We've got Alex Cayley over in Canada, Toronto, Canada.
Canada,
And-
Toronto.
Sorry. I said Canada first, and then I was like, that's not specific enough. Canada's really big. And then you got Casey and I over in Inglewood,
Up to
California.
no good.
Nah, Inglewood is great. We are
Yeah.
up to lots of good.
I was
of
about to say you guys are actually handling what's going on fairly
Yeah.
well.
yes.
Pretty good.
Unlike
And
Arizona.
So why?
Unlike Arizona.
Oh yeah, guys, let's stick to Sprots for a moment. All right,
Okay. 6 o'clock. Yep.
stick to Sprots.
Sprots
all
ball.
right, all right.
I can't get my Soylent open. Ah.
My cup is not heavy enough to set off my my mug warmer.
Ooh, Inglewood is up to no good. We stand corrected.
Shout outs to all the stream monsters, by the way, all the MMA deviants joining us this morning for the UFC schedule being back in full gear. We got cards like every week now, and everyone who's still sticking around and tuning into every weigh-in show. You guys are the real heroes.
I just realized that I looked over at Jose's shot there, and he's like in a Star Wars reboot or something with all the
What?
lens flares. Star
I
Trek.
wish.
Sorry.
Very, very, very J.J. Abramsy. Yes.
Yes.
very-
All those lens flares. So many lens flares.
more
That's
lens
hilarious.
flares. Yes. Very, very J.J. Abrams. Star Trek, Star Wars. Two of Jose's favorite franchises, I'm sure.
I know next to nothing about Star Trek. I do know a lot about Star Wars,
Okay.
though.
Have you ever read the Star Wars comic?
Many of them.
Yeah.
Oh, which one? There's actually a few. There's
Oh,
a
here we
really-
go. Now
Oh,
you gotta
no.
start a truck. Now you gotta start a truck. Go ahead.
There's a really, really excellent one in the 70s that ran through Marvel. That's the best one. And then there's the Vader one that's going on now is exceptional, specifically Vader Down. And then just the generic Marvel Star Wars one right now is pretty
Okay,
exceptional
okay.
stuff.
The truck is cutting you off. So, Esther, why are we here?
We are here for the Jessica I versus Cynthia Calvillo official weigh-ins. And we're just waiting. It's 9 a.m. on the dot, so we should be somebody should be heading to the scale soon. I don't see anybody.
There's a big, like I see Bob Bennett, Sean Shelby, everyone standing over in the corner huddling around the clipboard with all the names on it, so I bet they're going to start momentarily. Bob Bennett has his microphone in hand.
Oh,
I don't want to jinx anyone. Not that I believe in this sort of thing, but I will say I think anyone who knows, who's looked at some of the names of this card, there is some potential for weigh-in drama this morning. Of course, I'm crossing my fingers and hoping for the best for everyone. But we could have some tense moments today, to if we're being honest.
Well, let's go over some weigh-in history, guys. Who
Oh,
here in this
should we?
list has missed weight? Or
Do we have
Well,
have
we've
to
got
bring up
two
such an
weight misses in the
unsavory
main
thing?
event. So, but for Cynthia in a different weight class. So,
what happened? Sorry, you guys were so excited. You were talking over each other.
oh, sorry. I'll let
Did
Alex.
Alex
go.
disappear? I think Alex disappeared.
Actually.
Huh?
I think
Alex disappeared.
Yep, he's gone.
All right, Esther.
All right, it's my turn. Yeah, Alex disappeared. Sorry, guys.
No,
Um,
I still have him. He's just smiling. I like this. So we are still waiting for the UFC weigh-ins to start. They're actually about 1 minute. Well, I guess they're not behind, but no one's
2 minutes, Casey.
yeah, as
2
we said, in the main event, we've got two weight misses. Cynthia Calvillo has missed weight previously, and so has Jessica I. But Cynthia Calvillo missed at strawweight. So, I mean, we'll take that as you will. That's probably why she's moving up.
I think has she missed twice? She's missed twice, right?
Yes.
She missed on the was it the Uruguay card or the Chile card?
She missed when she fought Joanne Calderwood. She missed when she fought Pollyanna Botelho. And oh wait, maybe she missed again.
She missed last time.
Yeah, she missed
Rodriguez.
in
DC.
Marina Rodriguez, right?
Yeah, and that's why we are here at Flyweight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so that's 3 weight misses actually.
The Pollyanna Botelho one's the one that made all the news because that's when she got up on scale like shaking and she was like visibly emotional, like she needed help getting on the scale.
Yeah, okay.
But those two were she missed by 2 pounds. Last time she missed by 4.5. As Bob Bennett goes up to check the scale.
Ooh.
Hopefully the audio comes in crystal clear this time, but let me know so I can mute Bob Bennett if I need to.
Okay.
And we're still waiting to hear back from Alex.
Yeah, so
Oh, he died. Oh, he ran away.
He gone.
gone. Yeah, so but yeah, Jessica I missed weight in at UFC 245.
I see Marvin Vettori is like hyped and ready to go right.
All right, Marvin Vettori will be first.
Oh, hello. Did we just lose? Hello, check 1, 2. Dang it. No, here we go. Here.
Oh no, you're back up.
Whoa, that's so crazy. Okay, I'm back now. Hello.
Hello.
Hey guys. Well, that's weird. So, wait, is everything okay with the rest of the stream?
No,
I can hear you.
I think we lost Vittori, but now we're back. I don't know what happened, but
Okay, now we've got a big
We're back.
question mark on the screen for our stream. So
Okay. Well, Marvin Vettori made weight.
okay, Marvin Vettori
we should
weighed
tell you
weight.
that.
Sorry about
Yeah.
that, guys.
He made 186.
We had
Marvin Vettori.
The almost everyone's internet connections
186
simultaneously crashed.
yeah,
Okay. Sorry, guys.
that was odd.
Marvin Vettori 186 made weight.
186. All right, cool. I will update that.
They're pulling out.
Already.
Our next fighter to scale in the featherweight division, Jordan Griffin.
Hey Jose, I'm getting like lots of Are you guys hearing the Jose's audio?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
I heard him.
hearing
I heard
audio.
him. Yep.
Okay.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You want me to mute the stream and just hear it so you can hear it through my mic?
Yes.
For anyone that was Jordan Griffin 146. You guys probably hear the stream, but just in case, Jordan Griffin 146.
146. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So 146 for Jordan Griffin.
Yes. He'll be facing Derek Minner on the preliminary portion of the card.
Our next fighter to the scale in the women's flyweight division, Buddy Yeah.
Oh, it's Jose's audio is breaking up. It says.
Wow.
All right.
A
Well,
little bit, yeah. I can break it up a little
maybe
bit.
you. Yeah. Or is it the UFC one? Oh, the feed. Their audio feed is being.
Yeah, Jose. Yeah, it's the UFC's
The
audio
UFC
feed.
audio feed is
going in.
breaking up again.
I am going to mute that feed.
Okay.
Oh, okay, never mind. Your feed is breaking up.
Sorry, guys.
Is muted.
Apologies for the technical
125.5.
difficulties.
It's
125 and a half.
That is 125.5 for newcomer Maria Agapova, coming in from Invicta and facing Hannah Seifers, who's fighting for the second time in 2 weeks.
Cyphers.
Seifers.
you guys, Robert.
The internet hates us today.
136.
Is not being nice. Mark De La Rosa successfully weighed in 136. 136.
The featherweight division, Andre Feely.
Andre Feely up next.
Yeah,
Former
it's just a
co-host of
connection.
the side. And owner of what I've seen,
30.
the best.
Just bear with us, guys, while we deal with the magic of the
Collection of
internet.
graphic novels.
As you'll be able to see the on-screen graphic. If you miss any of the weigh-ins, if you don't hear them, they'll be updated on
on the
screen.
south
So
side.
keep an eye out for that. Update also on our website, MMAfighting.com. Follow the results there.
Jose is talking over you.
Oh,
One 145.5.
All right. What was the weight there?
145.5.
Okie dokie. Wait, how are you able to hear it and I can't hear it?
I'm using Magic. No, I'm UFC. The UFC News Twitter account is updating very quickly, so I'm cheating a little bit.
Hmm.
I'm cheating. Get our information out there.
Well, the graphic should be updating in just a second.
Carl Roberson.
Did you just say 190?
I didn't hear yet.
What?
You said
Oh yeah, it was 190 and a half. Marvin Vittori is not going to be happy.
Wow.
190.5.
So is it Jose's audio feed that's messing up, or the weigh-in, the UFC weigh-in?
Jose's.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn off Jose's audio and just get the live feed from the. No, still going in and out.
Maybe it's their internet over there.
No, it's just the audio, not the.
Not the video. I have no idea then.
There we go. No, it's just Jose's audio. So I just turned off Jose's audio right now,
Okay.
I think.
Well, so, shit, Carl Roberson came in at 190.5.
190. I was ready to say our co-main event is official, but our co-main event is anything but official now. We're gonna have to hear about now the negotiations between Roberson and Vittori, see if Vittori even still wants to take this fight, and hopefully he will, and we'll see. And then Roberson is definitely gonna take probably at least a 30% penalty to his purse. They're gonna have to work that out later.
All right, we got someone on the scale. Thanks. You wanna?
Yeah, so you guys can see that was Kevin Aguilar. That was coming in 155 and a half.
Aguilar.
Aguilar, yes. Kevin Aguilar. Not to be confused with someone who will weigh in later, Christian Aguilera.
Who's up now?
Oh, sorry, I can't see.
We're not hearing the audio now from anything.
No, we have no audio from the thing.
We've lost the audio.
That's all right. We'll keep it. That's Jordan Espinosa, 135.5 for Jordan Espinosa.
Got it. Jordan Espinoza.
Yes.
To the scale in the women's bantamweight division, Julia Davila.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay, that was a UFC issue on. We're not receiving their audio for some reason, but here we are.
There we are.
Blame the UFC. It was not us.
Oh, guys, who's on scale right now? Julia
Avila.
Yes.
Uh,
135.
135.
135 for the Raging Panda.
Next up in the welterweight division, Christian Aguilera.
Whose cough was that?
Random cough.
$170.5.
170.5.
Yes, right. Christian Aguilera and Anthony Ivy.
Next up to the scale in the women's flyweight division, Hannah Cyphers.
All right. Oh, you know what? I accidentally deleted Maria Agapova's weight.
All right, let's keep those voices inside, Esther. Don't need to pronounce your failures.
I can't help it. Jeez, Hannah Cypher's fighting at flyweight. Well, she's like an atom weight.
125.
125. And yes, Bill, you're not experiencing deja vu. She did just fight Mackenzie Dern 2 weeks ago, and she is back, and that's why, hence the what I assume is a temporary move up. I would hope is a temporary move
Our
up to
next fighter
flyweight.
to the scale in a catchweight bout. Welcome, Mirab Dvalishvili.
Oh, okay.
Oh, catch weight.
This
That's
is
to
late-
accommodate his
late notice,
opponents.
Esther.
Yeah,
I know.
I did not hear it had been changed though. Actually, I did.
Yeah,
not
they
until
didn't
now.
tell us they had
No.
changed the weight, though. That's why I was confused.
Did
It
not
was-
know until now.
It was known.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, was it? Oh.
140. You got sorry.
truck?
Yeah, the truck. Yeah, the truck follows
It was
MMA news.
It was
Sorry.
Fucker?
It was
Oh,
no.
I'm sorry. Boo.
Why are we booing? Why are we booing this fighter, guys? That's very rude.
No, I'm not booing the fighter. I'm booing the
Catch
truck.
weights? Oh,
The truck is officially being booed.
can we please focus on the weigh-ins?
$139.
139 from Marab Dvalishvili. That was a catch weight,
Yes.
so don't worry about that.
clarify that on the Twitter. People don't think that Marab missed. He did not miss.
I will make a note here in just a second.
Of course,
Those watching, we'll have lots of witty banter and fun facts for you once this opening rush of Wayne is over. We just want to make sure you guys get this info you need first. Then the infotainment
Just
begins.
in the women's bantamweight division, Gina Mazzani.
Gina Mazzani recently re-signed to the UFC.
Yes. Welcome back.
She'll be facing Julia Avila.
136.
And a whoop whoop from the crowd.
Welcome back, Gina Mazzani. One fight stint outside the UFC. She got a first round finish, and now she's back. Our own Dean Martin coming in with some info. Just some background info about the Roberson miss.
Okay.
I just sent that out on the Twitter for anyone who forgets sort of the background to this unfortunate miss that Roberson had earlier. We'll talk about that more. I believe it looks like
Next fighter to the scale
never
in the
mind.
featherweight division, Charles Jourdain.
Charles Air Jourdain coming up.
I get it. Eric.
Oh, us Canadians, so cheeky. So cheeky.
He is facing Andre Fili.
I really enjoyed his virtual media day. He said that he was always scared to fight. Did not see a need to lie about that.
145 and a half.
I appreciated that honesty.
Okay, another successful weigh-in hit. We're going through pretty smoothly as these things tend to start. Well, except I should say, well, not that smoothly for Carl Roberson, unfortunately. But again, that was he chose to weigh in early and missed weight by 4.5 pounds. So clearly, his team had accepted that weigh-in was not going to go off as that you would want to, and they just decided cut their losses, start rehydrating now. And
Next up,
hopefully
in the bantamweight division, Tyson Nam.
All right, we got Tyson Nam coming up.
World Series of Fighting veteran.
Yes, fighting veteran held a knockout win over Eduardo Dantas, which I'm sure a lot of people remember. Had some big knockouts outside the major promotions, and just hasn't quite been able to get that win in the UFC.
135 and a half.
135 and a half.
This is probably do or die time for Tyson. He's 0-2 since they signed him. I think he needs this win, but we'll see. Exciting style.
How do you think he's going to do against Zaruk Adashev?
I'll admit I know very little about Zaruk Adashev other than he's very inexperienced. The opposite end of the experience spectrum from Tyson Nam, at least as far as MMA goes. He is an accomplished kickboxer, so this should be an exciting fight. So I think this should be Nam's a fight to take. We've got a little break coming, so this should be Nam's fight to take. Again, so much more MMA experience, but with these guys, I think Adashev is only 3-1. With these, there's such unknown properties. I certainly wouldn't bet on him, but I also would say you never know with a guy with this kind of striking ability and what's probably going to be a stand-up battle. It's gonna be a tough one, but I would think Nam's experience would win out.
Hey, do we have a break right now?
Looks like
it. Yeah.
All right. So, Jose, can you turn your audio back on? Let's try it out again. Can Jose hear me?
I'd like to hear from our man on the scene there. Let's see if he'll tune in.
Jose, can you turn your audio back on?
But until then, I'm just gonna.
All right, we got.
we're getting comments from angrymarks.com. No. We have Jose there in person. It's just we're only allowed to send one person. So, let's go back to the weights real quick, Casey, so that I can read
Yes.
them off.
Oh, there you go. You're already. I heard Jose for a second, right?
Yeah, but I can't hear him. So,
No. Well, if
so
Just so people know, we are definitely not the only ones having trouble with
We
the
have a
live
little bit of break.
live
Can
stream.
you guys hear me?
We're
There
seeing
you go.
some of the other outlets that are there.
hold on, Alex. Jose's trying to talk.
Okay.
It is on.
There you go. I hear you now, Jose.
Muted.
No, I didn't.
yeah.
You're not muted. You turned yourself back on. I didn't touch anything. Oh.
Okay, well, I'm just going to read the weights. Cool. Carl Roberson came in at 190.5 for his middleweight bout against Marvin Vettori. Oh. Okay, so we have a little bit of a break for Jose.
Oh, what? What happened?
So, yeah, we can hear you, Jose, but you're breaking up still. I was going to ask, what's the fine? It's the 30% is the fine?
We don't know yet.
We don't know.
We don't know, yeah, but I'm speculating it would be probably 30% if they decide to go through with the fight.
Okay. Okay, so I can't actually put any information on that, right?
No, we don't know yet.
Okie dokie.
Yeah,
Well, then I will change that to be more accurate. Replace. All right.
Esther's going to give you guys the rundown in a sec, but I do want to say our main eventers, Jessica I, Cynthia Calvillo, we are still waiting for them, and both have had issues with beating the scale. I missed weight in her last fight by quite a large margin, and Calvillo has missed weight 3 times at straw weight, but this will be her flyweight debut, so we'll see if that makes things any easier for her.
Okay. I'm trying to look at the comments really quickly. Are we going to Fight Island? We actually don't know yet because the UFC, because of social distancing and all that, we are not sure how many people will be allowed to go to the event and whether or not we'll be in the building, etc., etc. So I asked if I could shoot, and the UFC is unsure because the reason why I'm not at the Apex now is because there is no photography on site. The UFC has been providing the photos through their photographer because the Apex is a lot smaller than a normal arena. So the capacity is a lot smaller, and they cannot have as many people in there. So there's
That's
no photography allowed.
no from outside media.
So they're not right. No outside media. So they're not sure if I'll be able to shoot at Yaz Island. So we don't know. We're trying to find that out. So Brooks Pierce wants to know if this is going to be on TV. This is on ESPN.
And also, I believe also on ESPN Plus. I feel like they've been simulcasting a lot of these cards. I don't know if this one will be on both, but that has been how they've been handling most of the fight nights on recently, I think.
Believe so. I believe it's simulcast on ESPN Plus.
So make the most out of your subscriptions, people.
You're not the boss of me.
I wasn't talking to the truck. I said people. I don't consider the truck to be a person per se.
All right, we have Jose back. Is
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear
Oh,
you.
here he is. Yep.
All right. I don't know what happened.
Thank goodness.
The internet just crashed, so I had to sign back in. It's one of those public Wi-Fi's where it's like the splash page comes
Oh
up.
dear.
So every single person in this room is on the same UFC guest. Also, I see Cynthia Calvillo right there, so she's about to weigh in any second.
All
All
right.
right.
Fantastic.
Perfect timing.
Just like we drew it up.
All right. So We are waiting for Cynthia Calvillo, making her.
Our next fighter to the scale in 1/2 of your main event of the evening, Cynthia Calvillo.
And just to answer Quasi B's question, yes, Hannah Cyphers fought 2 weeks ago. But right now we've got Cynthia Calvillo,
126.
who comes in at 126.
Success.
Brr, 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 brr.
Hooray! Cynthia Calvillo has made her flyweight debut on the scale.
Yes, I believe she has not fought at this weight since her pro debut some years ago. So, but like a lot of fighters moving up, she's been saying all the right things about how it's, she feels a new energy. She's not worried about, potentially being outsized against some of the people in the flyweight division. So right now for her, all positives, making the move up, and most importantly, made weight, which is something she has had problems with before.
Fantastic. So, just to update everybody, we are coming to you live from Las Vegas, the UFC Apex. Jose is there on site, giving us this wonderful video feed and chiming in every once in a while. And then we've got...
Hopefully.
I sense sarcasm in there, Esther.
And then we've got... I'm grateful. Okay, I'm grateful. We've got Alex Kaylee over there in Toronto, and we've got Casey and myself, Esther Lynn, over here in Inglewood, California. We are the team here bringing you the graphics and the updates on who makes and misses weight. What's up?
We're just bringing fun information, guys. We're not.
Oh, right, fun information.
Fun formation, as I call it. Can we? Can we do the rundown of the weigh-ins that we've done so far?
Yes.
Can we throw that sexy graphic up on there?
So we've got, so far in the main event, only Cynthia Calvillo has weighed in at 126. In the co-main, we've got the beef between Carl Roberson and Marvin Vittori that should have been contested at middleweight. However, Carl Roberson missed weight at 190.5. Marvin Vittori came in at 186. We have not yet heard an update on what the fine or what's going to happen at this point.
Did we see that? We got an update from Mike Heck on
breaking news.
Yeah, you want to go ahead and read that, Alex?
Yeah, so Derek Minner just announced via social media that he will not be competing tomorrow night. He was scheduled to fight Jordan Griffin, who made weight earlier. I'll read. I won't read the whole statement. I'll read a part of it. Just he said, "Sad to say, tomorrow I won't be fighting." He says the weight cut was going fine, but something happened after taking a nap, and it slowed down, and they did not feel confident that he could make the weight. Apologies to opponent Jordan Griffin in his camp, because Griffin did step up to give them a fight. And hopefully they can set up at a later date. Thanks to the UFC. He says, sorry, my body couldn't make this happen. Thanks to everyone, of course, Training Partners Corners, coaches, manager. And so he said there's the first time in 35 pro fights that he's had to pull out. So super upset and disappointed. So that is one fight that will be off tomorrow's card. Jordan Griffin versus Derek Minner will not be taking place.
Wow. All right. 35 fights. The first time he's pulled out, huh?
According to him, yep.
My coffee warmer wasn't on again.
I'm going to focus, Esther. Focus.
Some people have real problems, like Derek Minner and his team now, and also Jordan Griffin again now without a fight. Very difficult.
So on the screen,
situation.
we have a screenshot of his comment he made on social media.
There you go. You guys take a look at that.
We got movement. Looks like I can't see. You can probably hear the UFC guy talking next to the microphone.
So Derek Minner will not be competing.
Or Jordan Griffin.
Or Jordan Griffin, for that matter.
Okay, our next fighter to the scale in the welterweight division, Anthony Ivy.
Newcomer. Anthony Ivy.
I'm gonna grade Derek Minner's name out here.
We have Anthony Ivy weighing in, guys.
Yep, Anthony Ivy. Who Mike Keck interviewed. So you should check that out.
He originally was
171.
171 for Anthony Ivy. Fantastic. All right.
Truck, what was that you were going to say about Anthony Ivy?
Oh, he was originally supposed to fight last week against Jared Mearshart
Correct, yes. At middleweight.
at middleweight.
Yep, he was brought in because someone on Ian Heinish's team initially tested positive for COVID-19. It was later revealed to be a false positive. Heinisch and Mearshart competed. Heinisch won a first-round TKO. And but the UFC did the right thing, keeping Ivy on, saying they would get him a fight soon, and they got him a fight very soon. So he successfully made weight, and he will be fighting tomorrow night.
Jose, is your audio working? Can we hear you? Or are you just muted right
Yeah,
now?
just I mute myself so there's not an echo because I'm slightly delayed from the feed, so I don't want you to get two audio things.
Gotcha.
People are talking.
All right, just make sure you can hear us on our beautiful
Yeah,
voices.
I hear everything. I just don't want our audience to get a crazy echo.
Oh, we're not getting echo from you. It's just but
Right.
I
There's like
So,
a slight delay in my headphones from the microphone being used and the feed, so I don't want there to be a 60-second delay between my voice and the people talking on the mic.
you are such a gentleman. Thank you.
I'm just trying, guys.
Jose, is there any update? Have they, I mean, no, it's very soon. So have they said what's going to happen for Jordan Griffin at all? Will
I
they
have not
pin
heard.
him?
I have not heard anything about Robertson or Griffin, and usually UFC PR walks over to us and lets us know. They did that for a couple of the Vegas fights, so I assume they're going to be following the same protocol.
Okay, so just one more update because we got people just tuning in right now. Derek Minner is out. He woke up this morning realizing that he was not going to make the weight. So he is out of his fight against Jordan Griffin. We do not yet know what's going to happen for Jordan Griffin.
I would have to assume he's off the card.
I would assume so as well. Yeah, it'd be very,
No, I mean,
very tough.
just in terms of whether he's going to get what he's going to get paid or blah blah
Oh,
blah.
yeah.
He did
Yeah.
weigh in, so he'll probably get his show money at least.
Wait, did you say paid and blah blah blah?
I did.
Yeah, it's a technical term, Casey. Come on. It's a technical term.
Yes, no. So Derek Minner didn't weigh in. He was not going to make weight.
Apparently,
I guess
he was
away.
ill. Yeah, apparently he was ill as
okay.
well. Yeah, some vomiting was involved. Apparently.
Oh goodness.
Yes.
All right.
Cage fights is fine, but vomiting, woo! Oh my goodness.
Well, we said there was a lot of potential for drama today. I mean, there already was yesterday when Ray Borg unfortunately withdrew for personal reasons. We don't know the exact details, but whatever's going on with Ray Borg, of course, we wish him the best. But he did have to pull out of his fight.
And he did, he posted a photo of his child, and what did he say? I think family first. So
family
yeah.
first,
Family first.
So
which I think we can all agree with. Of course, Ray Borg and his family, of course, there's well-documented health issues with his child. So again, like we said, we wish them all the best. And whenever Ray Borg is ready to fight again, of course, we look forward to that. But so we already had some drama yesterday with weigh-ins. Now we've had some today. Carl Robertson missing by a large amount. Derek Minner falling ill and bowing out of his fight tomorrow. And we still have, I believe, 4 fighters remaining, including Jessica Ai, who missed weight by a large amount in her last fight, though she says everything's on now. She didn't make any excuses for last time.
No.
And,
she didn't make any excuses for last time. Should have.
I don't want to go over. Well,
That's
anyway,
actually
you know
that's
what?
not, excuse me, Casey. That
AK.
is not Alex's place. It's AK's place
Definitely
to
not.
say.
No, she
Definitely
she missed weight because she said that she was having her menstrual cycle during fight week, and that because of that she couldn't make weight.
I like somebody hit the microphone in protest to you.
if anyone wants to hear Jessica's explanation of the scenario, you can find it on our YouTube, the media day session yesterday. Also, there's a post on MMAfighting.com where the video was also in there. So Jessica can tell her side of the story certainly much more elegantly than I would. And
Well,
yes, I'm not going to go there.
If you're wondering, her official reason was she said she got visited by Aunt Flo. That-
The truck. The
these
truck
are,
is.
These are words from Jessica I. So I'm
Yes.
I'm passing it along.
Well, just to update the audience here, we're still
Yes.
waiting on Jessica I, Gustavo Lopez, who went through a little bit of a, I don't know what you would say, contract negotiation very quickly to be allowed to fight on this card again to fill in for to fill in against Merab Dvalishvili. We're still waiting on Charles Rosa and Zaruk Adashev.
I'll touch upon more about the Gustavo Lopez situation that you just mentioned, Esther. So he stepped in on short notice for Ray Borg. Gustavo Lopez is the Combate Americas bantamweight champion, and Campbell McLaren, the president of Combate, immediately when the news broke out that Lopez would be stepping in for Borg, said we have matching rights to anything for Gustavo Lopez. He seemed unaware that his bantamweight champion was about to sign with the UFC. So apparently it has been resolved. He was a free agent, but Combate Americas did have the right to match any offers. McLaren later tweeted that he's free to go. We don't know what's the exact backstage dealings that occurred, but regardless, there was a little bit of drama there, but Gustavo Lopez will be fighting Merab Dvalishvili on Saturday's show. So a little bit of intrigue there for you guys about Lopez's debut.
Jose, can you disconnect and reconnect one more time from your iPad? If
Yeah,
you hear
sure.
me?
Maybe he can hear you. Who knows? I'm gonna answer some questions in the comments here. De La Rosa did not make weight yet. We are still waiting on. No, just kidding. 136.
Oh, Esther.
Psych!
You like that?
Sweet burn!
Got him.
Got him! Got him!
Wait, is the graphic not visible?
Yeah, it's on screen right now. What are you talking about?
I see
Oh,
it.
no,
I see it.
136.
Yeah, I see it.
So, yeah.
Sorry.
You trick
I'm
yourself,
being
Esther?
Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't understand why people can't see it. Is it really small? Is the text too
I
small?
think people just aren't looking.
Oh, okay.
They're not looking.
Esther, it's the same.
I just wanted-
That's the same look we've had for the last 4 weigh-ins. It's fine.
I know.
But you just keep them pie. Oh, there we go. Let's.
Mark De La Rosa, that's right. The husband of Montana De La Rosa. They were the first UFC couple to fight on the same card the last time they both fought.
Hey guys, we have Jose back.
Jose, what's going on, Jose?
I was hearing all you guys. I don't know if you guys could hear me.
H.R. Mark De La Rosa did not make weight.
What?
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Got him.
Double burn. Double burn.
Wow.
Double burn.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean. It's you know what's happening for me is that I'm simultaneously updating the graphics and looking at what it looks like on the feed. So sometimes when I look across 2 screens and then I look at the comments, I get also the comments are actually a little behind.
They're about a minute. What everyone's watching
They're
is about
always,
a minute.
they're always a few minutes behind.
About a minute
Okay,
behind.
yeah. So the comments are actually maybe 30 seconds to 45 seconds behind what's actually happening. So when I see it, I'm having a hard time. Yeah.
So
I'm sorry. It's
okay,
not even that early.
so
I don't have any excuses.
So the
I have no
thing is, Esther's actually in the future. We are in the past, and the YouTube comments are in the distant past.
Yeah.
So
There's
think-
layers
So
to this.
someone said that Esther looks like she's 112 years old.
Oh,
well,
okay.
Whoa.
I do
All
have
right.
I do
Ga-
have an old lady name.
guys,
I have
that's Alex at the top. That's not Esther.
I have
Oh, okay.
I have been
Esther's at the bottom, the corner.
Babyface.
That's
Babyface.
Alex.
I
I
have
shaved
been-
for this. I shaved for this.
85 years old for about 85 years. I mean, come on. My name is Esther. I was given the main comment people say when they meet me and I introduce myself is, "Oh, Esther, that's my grandmother's name." So,
But wasn't there
I was-
another Esther Lynn in your school?
There were 4.
That's unbelievable.
I know.
No, the best part about Esther Lynn having a name that about 10,000 other people have is that one time when we checked in at the Vidar for Vegas pay-per-view, they gave us free tickets to a Cirque du Soleil that belonged to a different Esther Lynn.
Ooh.
Yes.
Did you go?
Whoa.
Did you go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And after we were like, oh man, this hotel's so nice. They just gave us free tickets, and I think then we kind of looked at the actual information and go, oh, this is a different Esther Lynn, but we were enjoying the wonderful acrobatics already. So, suck it, other Esther Lynn. All right, can we just log out now? We good?
Okay, bye.
I would like to talk about some of the people we are waiting on. We spoke about Gustavo Lopez, just got Charles Rosa, another name we're waiting on. He is
Boston's
also
on.
fighting Boston's on. I'm really doing this for Jose in the New England area. This is his second fight in just over a month. He did fight at UFC 249. For anyone who's thinking Charles Rosa, didn't just see him. Good fight with Bryce Mitchell. He did come out on the losing end. He's fighting again and in a very short amount of time, and I understand why, because his fight with Bryce Mitchell was just his second fight since April 2017, and today will be his 4th fight since January 2016. He's had a neck injury, he's had some injury problems, so I can understand why Rosa would be eager to get back in there, and we'll see him get in there with a tough opponent in Kevin Aguilar. So Charles Rosa, one of the guys they're waiting on.
How long ago was that fight? His fight with Bryce Mitchell? Was that less than a month ago?
35 days. 35
35
May 9th.
days. Okay.
May 9th.
Because pretty much
May 9th.
every fighter that loses at least is always got a minimum 30-day suspension, which
Right.
is Tim Elliott has been very public about. You know,
He wanted to fight.
Can you update people on Tim Elliott's story, Alex? Are you familiar with that? How he wanted to be on this card and he kind of.
Well, I was gonna say,
made
all
a
I know is
stink.
that he wanted to fight. Yeah, but he got the 30-day suspension and was forbidden. I guess Hannah Cyphers did not. I guess she escaped any serious damage.
Her fight was very quick and
It was.
didn't take any. Well, so was Elliott's was also much more back and forth. While Cyphers was like submission. I don't think she
Yep.
took much damage at all, if any. Like she did most of the work on the feet, and then Mackenzie Dern took it down and submitted her.
Right.
Yeah, I think it was, but that was in Florida, correct?
Mackenzie Dern, no, that was Vegas.
Oh, that was Vegas. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, that was the Woodley Burns card. That was 2 weeks ago.
I don't know, man.
my
What
lens
is
flares
time? What is
disappeared.
time? Hey, your lens
And then
flare.
the other guy.
Wait,
Oh, come on,
Jose's
guys.
cool lens flares are gone.
Style that up. Get that style back.
Let's talk about this. All right. All right.
I don't see any movement.
Zaruk Adishev, the last name that the last of the 4 fighters were waiting to see weigh in. This guy's the X factor of the card. He's actually fought for Bellator 3 times, so some people might be more familiar with him than I am. I don't know if I'll be honest, I don't remember seeing any of those fights, but 3-0 in Bellator, so he won all those fights. And again, comes from a pretty accomplished kickboxing background. He's also fought for Glory Kickboxing, and I know a lot of people are very excited about his debut. So. Just looking at his credentials, I can see for good reason, and I'm sure people who have studied him more than I have are excited. He's from Uzbekistan.
Oh, shout out.
Shout out to the Uzbeks. Shout out to the Uzbeks tuning in. I'm not looking
Also,
at the. Go ahead, Jose.
I
Sorry.
just realized this Gustavo Lopez, and his name sounded familiar. I was actually at a few of his Combate America fights when they were in Phoenix.
Yep.
I think it was he took a fight on super short notice, like a title fight, in an original title fight, and he missed weight by 1. He didn't come in championship weight. He missed by 1 pound, so it turned into a non-title fight. If I remember, it was something weird about that. But it was really, yes, he was a late-minute replacement against. I think it was Jose Alday.
Jose
and
Alday,
he-
yes.
Yeah, and he lost a decision, but it was such a good fight. Like I asked Jose, he was like, "You gonna rematch?" He's like, "Nah." I'm like, "But just fight for the title this time." He's like, "Nah." I was like, "All right, weirdo."
He's got a tough matchup. He is facing Merab Dvalishvili. Dvalishvili coming from the Serra-Longo camp. So much hype behind this guy when he came in. Had a bit of a rough start. Split decision loss to Frankie Saenz, and then that bizarre technical submission loss to Ricky Simone. I don't remember how you guys felt about that. I'm sure you guys remember that incident. Yes.
Yeah, that was weird, huh?
Tell us more about it.
Well,
tell us.
for anyone who doesn't remember, it was a fight that he was pretty much on his way to winning by decision, and then Simone catches him with this guillotine, and I did actually think that Dvalishvili passed out, and the referee jumped in and stopped the fight. With literally, I think at the 5-minute mark of the third round, but then it was ruled like a TKO, not a technical submission. It was a very bizarre finish. They called it a TKO after. I think it was changed to a technical submission later. Of course, Merab in his corner and his team complained immediately, said he was fine. He sprang right up after. It did not look like he was particularly out of it, but referee's got to make a split-second decision. So he took a tough loss there, and what was essentially was going to be a win, and then won his next 3 against Taryn Ware, Ultimate Fighter winner Brad Katona, and Casey Kenny in February. So he's won his last 3. An incredible grappler, which is going to be very tough for Lopez, who's primarily a stand-up fighter. So we'll see, but anything can happen. It's MMA.
Jose, what do you remember from watching Gustavo Lopez fight?
He was very short compared to his opponent. He was like short and stocky. Like he had a thick body back then, which is why when he took that fight on short notice, I was like, I don't know. I like looked up a lot of it because it was very late. It was like maybe 24, 48 hours notice, and I was like, there's no way he makes 135 because he had like the what do you call it, Drawn Win type body where he just looks like a bigger person. He might have cut down since then, but at the time, it was a very good fight. He gassed badly, and it was very bizarre because it was such a good fight that no one seemed to want to book the rematch, even though because it was a non-title fight because like he missed weight. And they didn't do like the Jose Aldo wins, he gets the title or something. I can't remember. It was very bizarre. And then like the fight happened, and then Combate Americas basically threw like a party in the ring where it was like everyone was excited. I'm like, but it was a non-title fight. Like I'm so confused by what's happening right now. Like I remember Alberto Del Rio being like, yes, because this was also they had like a tournament to crown a champion, and then the first title fight fell out, and then this title fight fell out. So it's like they had 2 great fights and still no champion. And I was like, but then they were celebrating like they finally got a champion. I'm like, what is going on right now? It was very bizarre. It was a very bizarre scene.
Yeah, Gustavo Lopez's last fight, he had an insane knockout. If anyone wants to find it, you can just look up Gustavo Lopez. I think Joey. Not overselling this.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Sorry,
We're back. We're back.
the stream farted for a second. That's
yeah.
the technical term.
two Misfits alumni will be competing tomorrow. Gustavo Lopez, I just mentioned, and also Christian Aguilera, who has a ton of great knockouts for LFA. And also, again, if you could check out that Misfits article, I reposted him attempting a Showtime hammer fist in the middle of a fight. His opponent was down there against the cage, and he tried to get a little extra sauce on it by jumping off the cage and throwing the hammer fist. It was not super effective, but it looked really cool. And Christian Aguilera. Yeah.
That's the most important fact. Like
that's all we care about.
Effective don't sell. Looking cool sells. Come on, man.
Hey, won a decision, and I'm just saying that might have had a lot to do with it. So the judges look at that sort of thing.
All right, so you can see that on the screen. That is the local time there in Las Vegas, which means we've got about an hour and 9 minutes for the last few fighters to weigh in here. We're waiting on Jessica Ai, Gustavo Lopez, Charles Rosa, and Zaruk Adashev. If you're wondering, what's up?
My lens flare is back.
Yes. If you're wondering why Merab Dvalishvili came in at 139, it is because Ray Borg had to leave fight week due to a family issue, and he is going to be facing Gustavo Lopez from Combate Americas instead. And since it's a last-minute thing, they're going to be competing at a catchweight of 140.
Now, is Gustavo Lopez, is he normally a bantamweight or a flyweight?
Normally bantamweight, yeah.
More
he was
bantamweight.
the champion. Yeah.
Okay.
He did. Jose mentioned he missed weight for a title fight. He did later get another shot at the bantamweight belt and did win it. Yeah. So he is currently was before I suppose leaving now the Combate Americas champion at 135 pounds.
Combate
Oh, sorry,
Combate.
combate.
Combate would be if it was the Portuguese
Portuguese.
Portuguese spin on.
Yeah.
Kombache.
What is
Why
the
do they keep naming things the same and different?
what is the ruling on Calvillo?
It's Calvillo.
Well, do you remember our good buddy and former colleague Luke Thomas, the skerfuffle that he caused over her name?
Oh, Calvillo.
He said he was adamant it is Calvillo. He refused to accept. She I think herself has said that is Calvillo. That's how she pronounces it. But he was adamant it is Calvillo, and that she was pronouncing her own name wrong. I'm not taking a side. Luke is a brilliant man. I'm just saying it was very funny.
It depends where they're from.
Yeah.
You know.
If they're from America, it's Cavillo. So it's just like it's,
Well, that is.
Sure.
Yeah.
it's Cavillo. So yeah, it's how you want to get into this whole is it Fedor or is it Fyodor or whatever?
Theodora.
Fyodor.
It's Fedor.
Sure.
You say whatever way sounds the coolest.
Okay. That's fine, I guess. That's kind of like.
Emelianenko technically have
Like
to go at the beginning.
Like Jose Youngs. Like you know,
Man, he just keeps doing that.
like
to you.
Alex
Poor
K. Lee.
Jose.
You know what the K stands for? Bad boy.
Oh, no, it stands for quality, especially when it comes to spelling.
Wah, wah.
Actually, I have a new gag. It stands for Kelby. If anyone gets that reference, it's Alex K. Lee. The K stands for Kelby. If anyone gets that reference, shout it out in the YouTube, and you won't get a prize or anything, but you'll have my respect.
We are being asked, where is Jessica I? We don't know.
Where? Jose.
She has plenty of time left.
Jose.
That's where she is.
Just guy's missing. Go find
We
her.
do have plenty of we do have plenty of time. We've got a little over an hour, so she's got a little over an hour to come in.
Now, is Jose frozen or just his video frozen? Because he's not moving.
He looks frozen. But I will say, I'm just going to go through the comments right now. Last week's card was done in 45. Yeah, last week's was very sweet. We had a very swift morning weigh-in, but unfortunately, this week, not so. And I'm sorry for that.
Guys, you can get caught up looking at the lovely graphic on screen right now. I know.
Can we have
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Esther.
update on Derek Minner again, please? Or not?
Oh, we just want me to. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah. We. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. I was waiting for the truck. I was like, truck. Do we have that? Okay, no.
No.
Derek Minner. Yes. Is
Hey,
out of
this
his,
is
fight.
the
We
truck. This is the truck. Alex, listen to Esther.
Yeah, so and the story just went up on MMAfighting.com if people want to read the details. But Derek Minner is out of his fight tomorrow. He said he put out a statement on social media, I believe on his Facebook, saying as far as he knew and his team knew, the weight cut was going fine up until last night. He woke up this morning feeling ill. The weight just wasn't coming off. Some yarfing was involved, so he was throwing up. Definitely not ideal circumstances to be taking a cage fight under. And he announced that he will not be fighting Jordan Griffin. Jordan Griffin did successfully make weight, so we're waiting to hear if he gets compensated for doing so. But that is one less fight tomorrow. It is now a 10-fight card tomorrow. Derek Minner versus Jordan Griffin is off.
And Mike Heck is what is it? Yeah, it's officially off. Yeah, the card. The fight is
Yes.
officially off.
It's officially off.
There was
Okay.
a statement from the UFC. Yeah.
All right.
And we lost Jose. We still have his camera feed, but we lost him.
His audio.
Well, actually, video of him too.
Oh. Okay. Well, I guess we'll have to make do with just the weigh-in feed here as we wait to see who shows up to the scale.
Jose will be back. You guys will get plenty of Jose this weekend, as you have been on the last few weeks, because the man never stops working. He is our eyes and ears on the ground. He's been putting in the work, so I think he's allowed to freeze online for the next little while.
All that hard work, that's his payoff. Hey, you're allowed to be frozen.
Just be frozen. It's very rejuvenating. It's a good physical therapy to be frozen. Oh, he's having the same issue I had earlier, where there was a little bit issue with the Wirecast rendezvous thing we're using. Yeah, I had that problem as well.
It won't disconnect.
It just says he can't. He says he's having trouble rejoining, and I had the same thing. I just kept refreshing, and eventually it let me back in.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to keep refreshing.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Hold on 1 second. Let me try this. Oh, we're back. Don't worry. I had to manually disconnect him. Sorry. There we go.
Okay.
So, but by manually disconnecting him, I had to disconnect everything.
Well, at least we're back, and we are still waiting here.
Listen. See, that's where Jose. That's where Jose was supposed to be, but now he's just a question mark. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
He is an enigma, though. He is an enigma wrapped in a mystery.
You just make
Or
that
the other
up?
way around. Or a mystery wrapped in enigma. You know, however you want to call it. But
I'm back.
He's
Did I
a-
come
I'm
back?
serious. He is
Did I make
back.
it back?
So we got. I mean, this card. I think a lot of fans, are not thrilled with the name power on it. To be kind, it's very thrown together. In fairness, I'm just looking at going down the list. Ivy and Aguilera. That fight was announced less than a week's notice. Adashev stepping in on less than a week's notice for Ryan Benoit. I believe it's like 4 or 5 days for him. Gina Mazzani stepping in on 1 week's notice for Killa Rosa, who had visa issues. So Mazzani coming back to the UFC just on short notice. They just needed her to step in. Aguilar and Rosa. I don't know if it's short notice, but I believe it's something like within 2 weeks it was announced.
That's short notice.
Yeah.
Short notice.
A little bit, yeah. We said Hannah Cyphers, of course, fighting again for the second time in 2 weeks. She just fought at UFC on ESPN 9 on May 30th. So at least she's getting a lot of time on ESPN. Viewers getting to see a lot of Hannah Cyphers. And that's all the prelims. The main card, a little more together, are the Gustavo Lopez stepping in. And we're hoping that this Carl Roberson, Marvin Vettori fight stays together as well, that they can work something out. And that Vettori is properly compensated for Roberson missing weight. Man, that's a story, though, isn't it?
Yes, it's a story. Yes.
That's what I do, Casey. I say that's a story, and then I just let the people fill in the blanks themselves. That's just good. That's just good reporting.
I wonder if Jose's has seen Marvin Vittori yet since Carl Roberson has missed weight, and if he
I haven't
is
heard or seen
just
him yet.
storming around the Apex.
Jose,
I
what
assumed I would see him.
what card were they supposed to fight on the first time again?
I believe it was the Anthony Smith Glover Teixeira
Yes. Okay. And Roberson didn't even weigh in. Oh no, he did weigh in, right?
No,
he
he
weighed
did.
in.
They
and
stared
he
down.
missed, and he missed weight then as well. And then was later announced that he would not be fighting for medical reasons, right?
I believe he missed by less than he did today.
Yeah, and again, you can find the video on MMAfighting.com of the hotel altercation they had, and our own Stephen Morocco also spoke to people from both teams.
They are getting out the hoop right now.
Oh
You guys wanna see
no!
it?
How many?
On the hoop of shame.
How many ladies do we have? Is it just
Jessica
Jessica
Eye.
I? Okay, so it would be
That's
for Jessica
Jessica
I.
Eye.
Well, this is good news. This is good news if she's already weighing in right now. She still has 1 more hour.
I was driving to the official lanes this morning with our good friend Oscar Willis, and he just goes, "Imagine if one of the main event fighters missed weight today." And I was like, "Don't say such a thing."
Oh, but it happens.
It happens.
It happens.
Jose, you're a man of who's easily angered. Let's say if you were I'm just saying you get upset over a lot of things very quickly. If you were Marvin Vettori, how upset would you be right now?
You're making more money. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So, I mean, I would probably, knowing the fact that I can physically take my aggression out on someone that has wronged me, would probably make me feel happy. I also get paid more.
This is true. Gosh, but I mean, the second time, boy, I don't know.
Well,
I can't remember if he said that.
It was this. I think normally when for most fighters, from what I noticed, if they miss weight by less than a pound and they look like they're struggling and they come in at the last 5 minutes of the 2-hour weigh-in window, I think most fighters are like, cool. But coming in missing weight by this much significant weight, like what, 3 pounds, 4 pounds at least, and coming in at the beginning of weigh-ins rather than suffering trying to get those last pounds off. The fact that he chose to come in at the very beginning, I'm sure that does. I think that's probably the part that kind of Vittori's kind of like quite irked about. That would be
I'm sure. I'm sure
my
people are
guess.
going to say. I'm sure people are going to say, "Oh, he was going to miss anyway. What's the point of killing himself for another 90 minutes or an hour 45?" But I think you're right, Casey. I think it there's that code between fighters that like we can't understand, right? And I think that would go a long way towards making Vittori feel better. As it is, yeah, you're right. Knowing that he came in, was he like the second?
They tried.
Yeah, the second or third person to weigh in. It is almost like a slap in the face, right?
Yeah, so many fighters feel like if their opponent misses weight and they come in the first half hour, it's just ugh.
It was
That's just
games.
rude.
It was gamesmanship and a bit of a
Even-
calculated gamble.
Even who was it?
Jeremy Stevens recently.
No, the Cage Wars. Patty the Batty. He was supposed
Oh.
to fight. And who was it? Joe Giannetti flew over and missed weight. And he was like, you know what? If he had just walked into the sauna and just tried to make the weight after, great. But he just gave up. He missed weight by like a lot and then just gave up. And that's what set him off. Like he knew he flew all the way to London, knew he wasn't going to make weight and didn't try. He goes, if I had just seen him get back into the sauna, we would have been cool. But he didn't.
You look like you're in a sci-fi movie, Jose.
Thank you. That's the
All right.
nicest thing you've ever said to me.
You guys know that J.J. Abrams, that Star Wars movie, that Star Trek, that first Star Trek movie, they actually like went out of their way to like bring in lens flare is normally something you avoid in a film, but when they decided it would be good for the aesthetics, so they actually like brought in extra lights to make sure there was lens flare in certain scenes, and really crank it up. And it worked somewhat. I don't know how people feel about those Star Trek movies. I enjoyed them, but I could see
don't
people.
remember the first Star Trek movie.
It's good. I liked the last one, and it's a shame it's kind of over now. The new Star Trek movies are kind of over now, but I thought Beyond was really good.
Is the first one the one? I can't remember.
The first one was the first one like where they kind of rebooted it all, and like Chris Pine is in it, and Zoe Saldana, really great cast. Zachary Quinto,
Simon Pegg?
and Simon Pegg, yes, as Scotty. And they kind of rebooted it and like revitalized everything, and then they kind of tried to do the same thing with the sequel, which I did not enjoy, and then they did Beyond, which is a little bit more of the same.
Oh, and R.I.P.
But I thought better.
Anton Yelchin.
Anton Yelchin, so
Star
sad.
of one of my favorite horror movies of all time, Green Room.
Green Room.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, very talented young actor. So very very sad for Anton Yelchin to pass away in that accident. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not looking at the YouTube stream right now. What are we getting? What are we kind of getting? What are we getting from the stream monsters?
Esther?
We are being called the nerdiest crew in the MMA game,
Ladies and
Okay.
gentlemen,
Yeah,
Okay.
movement. That's guys,
Your main
yeah.
event of the evening,
which is a
Jessica I.
Jessica I is heading to the scale. We got the hoop. And they are doing this just out of view here. So we'll just wait as they shimmy over.
A hoop shimmy. All right.
So we've got Jessica I on the scale. She looks worried.
This is tense. Oh,
Oh. Wow. They
what happened, Jose?
did not read her weight out loud. Can you?
You didn't hear that?
Nope.
126.25.
Oh. Ooh. Okay.
No, that she.
But she has nothing else to take off.
The she had a face mask, right?
Oh. Okay.
And we just lost Alex.
She looked,
126.25.
yeah, and as soon as they read it, she just freaked out.
Wait, so she missed weight?
Oh.
Yes,
Yep.
by 0.25.
0.25.
Ooh, she does not look in good shape.
Ooh. Did you hear? Are you hearing what she's saying?
Barely. Can you repeat
No,
what
She
she
said
said?
she said
Barely.
she said she's done. I don't even think I can stand right now.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
0.25. Ooh. Was she wearing a face mask? She was wearing a face mask, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to
Yes.
see what this says.
Okay.
Yeah, hair, face mask. There's a lot of things. Just-
I think actually our health is the biggest concern. How
I
she,
don't know, yeah.
yeah. You know, even though she weighed in, she still has to rehydrate and get healthy again for tomorrow's fight. So we've seen many times where fighters do weigh in, and just because what's going on? Oh, jeez. When fighters do weigh in and they look pretty bad on the scale, it doesn't necessarily mean they make it to fight night. So, woo. Main and co-main missing weight.
0.25
hey,
over.
you know,
That's tough.
we were having the discussion about fighters who try, and she definitely tried.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
She definitely tried to make weight.
Jose, you can hear me, right?
Yes.
You're right there. You're right. Just a few feet away from the scale. What did you see? With her coming up, what did you see? Yeah.
As soon as they read the weight, she just had a sense of like despair. Like she looked really nervous, and as soon as they read it, her eyes just kind of went like this, like just crushed. And then she got off. She was like, I can't even stand right now. It was rough. That was one of the rougher weigh-ins I've seen.
I know people are going to give Jessica a hard time, but I think, as I said, it's you don't want to see that, and we're really hoping that she can recover from what looked like a very, very, very rough cut. Only a quarter pound over. I know it's a miss, but that does kind of tell you how much of a struggle it must have been, and hopefully we still have ourselves a main event tomorrow.
Yeah, so just for remind people's history on Jessica Ai, originally when she fought in the UFC, she was a bantamweight at 135, but before she came into the UFC, she actually did fight as a flyweight in Bellator. So she went up to 35 because at the time UFC didn't have a flyweight weight class, and but yeah, it doesn't. Ooh, that is a bummer. That is a bummer. Even if she did make weight, the fact that it seems so difficult is not a good sign.
Is her second straight time missing weight. She actually missed weight by 5 pounds in UFC 245, about with Viviane Araújo. She came in 131 for that flyweight bout. So if you want to hear again, if you guys want to hear more, I'm sure we'll have more for this current story for you. But if you want to kind of hear her thoughts on why she had difficulty making weight in the past, again, go to our YouTube. You can find all the fighter interviews from Thursday's media day, including Jessica Ai, who gave a very lengthy talk with the media. So check that out. And again, I'm sure we'll hear more from her on what went down today.
Wow. Okay. So now we're just waiting on 3 more fighters: Gustavo Lopez, Charles Rosa, and Zaruk Adashev. And people had asked, why doesn't she stay at... Nestor Calderon wants to know, why doesn't Jessica Ai stay at bantamweight?
That's a question to ask her.
Yeah, that would be a question to ask her. I would say she was fine, actually, at... well,
We got to stand.
I
We
don't know.
got to stand by from
Ooh, we need to
UFC
stand
PR. She says, "Stand by, stand by."
All right.
So
We'll
that means
we'll circle back to
someone's
this, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
It looks like Gustavo Lopez is up next.
All right.
Our next,
Our next fighter
to
to
scale on the catchweight division of 140 pounds, Gustavo
Gustavo
Lopez.
Lopez.
I'm amused that they say catchweight division. Why don't they just catchweight?
Words.
Even.
140 even for Gustavo Lopez.
Well, that is good. Right. 140 even for Gustavo Lopez. Gonna update that right now. And
It's
now
very
we're
it's
just
very
waiting
impressive
on
to come
Charles.
to for a bantamweight to make 130 140 just on what a day's
2 days.
notice, 2 days notice
Yeah,
maybe.
it is.
Very impressive. So I guess we won't find out unless because we haven't had a chance to interview him. If he's just one of those guys that was, I'm always in shape and ready, or is he a small bantamweight? Because yeah, even making 140, 5 pounds over for a bantamweight is especially at this high level is a difficult process.
Yeah, some of these bantamweights are huge, right?
Everyone.
Some are, yeah.
Speaking of which, so we were talking with Jessica I, originally fighting at bantamweight, then coming down. Why did she make the move? She was having struggles, at least results-wise, at 135, and I know a lot. I think we've seen a lot of fighters. It's somewhat of a cure-all to move down a division if they think they can make it. And look, she won 3 straight fights at flyweight and got herself a title
Yeah,
shot. So.
there's a reason she's at flyweight. She fought.
Yeah.
She was the
Right.
number 1 contender. That's it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
So
I think
it
she's
was a
actually
good
fine at flyweight. Quarter pound is really not a big deal to me. That's like
What it's
hair and some other things.
it's not the weight,
so
it's how she looked.
it is how she looked.
That's
But you know
the
what?
concerning
Let's
part.
not let's not
Suzanne
forget.
commented that Courtney Casey looked terrible on the scale and did fine. So
Yeah,
When?
well, she looks.
Courtney Casey went up to 25 though.
Yeah,
yeah, but she
Yeah, because she looked.
she
Yeah, because
looked.
she
No,
was.
she
Yeah.
she looked rough. She like. I didn't pan over because I didn't want to put her on the spot, but in Jacksonville, like when she walked off, she immediately like sat on the floor and started drinking water after she weighed in after going up to 125. I bet, but that just
Yeah.
might be a miscalculation, which she thought would be easier.
Yeah, we hear that often.
something
Yeah,
like
about actually, I was worried about that from Kavila. How do you say?
Calvillo.
No,
Calvillo.
say it correctly.
Oh, sorry, Calvillo.
Calvillo.
Shout out Luke Thomas.
But let's also not forget that when Jessica did fight Valentina Shevchenko, she waited till like 10:58 and weighed in with the hoop too. Like she took all the time she needed to make championship weight.
Jessica is I would say definitely in the women's division. It has to be one of the bigger flyweights. I can't. I mean, if you stand next to her, she looks like the size of a bantamweight. So it's kind of yeah. She's gonna UFC, the matchmakers, and Jessica I are gonna have some. Regardless of what happens tomorrow night, they're gonna have some decisions to make about her in her future. What class she's gonna be in.
Yeah, again, like we said, she missed by 5 pounds last time. I'm only a quarter pound this time. That's 2 back-to-back misses, and that's how it's go down.
So we've got 2 fighters left to weigh in now. We're just waiting on Charles Rosa and Zaruk Adashev.
Sorry, guys, I froze. Yeah,
Yeah, you
Froze
froze
there.
again, Jose. I mean, you froze again,
Charles
Alex.
Rosa is also his fight against Kevin Aguilar. How long has that been booked for? Like 2 weeks or something? 2 weeks?
Let's say if a normal fight camp is 6 weeks, how many of these fights actually both fighters got a full 6-week camp? The main event didn't even get that. I mean, nothing. I don't think any single one of these fights would be considered a full camp.
Yeah, no, I don't know that any of the fighters competing during this pandemic era of MMA are going to have any kind of sense of normal or regular camp or even time. For some, that's a benefit. For you'll see some fighters talking about the mental benefits of a last minute fight. But for sure, cutting weight is a difficult thing. Especially on short notice here, and then with these
When was this card even
special
announced?
circumstances.
Like, was this card
When
even
was this card announced?
like Alex? What would you say a normal fight camp? What we consider a normal fight? I would say 6 weeks. About
Yeah, 6 weeks. I would say I like to. I wish most guys would get 2 months, but some guys might say 2 months is even a little bit too much.
Let's call it 6 weeks. A proper fight camp. 2 months is better. But was this card even announced 6 weeks ago? I don't think it was. This card was like maybe
I don't
announced
think so.
I feel like a month ago, maybe. What what fight on air has had the longest preparation?
Good question.
Sorry, repeat that, Casey.
Which fight?
Which fight had the longest
preparation? Like, it's like essentially
Probably
every fight is short notice.
Vittori Roberson.
In a weird way, that's
But
actually
that's
yeah,
two weight cuts. I mean, that's I won't even count that. Yeah,
Which fight? Oh my gosh.
it's such weird times. Like it's like every fight, every single fight is short notice.
Yeah, and that's where we are now. And again, kudos to the fighter. These a lot of these guys that are stepping up and fighting within, like I said, we said 2 weeks, a little over a month, or 6 weeks. But it is unfortunate that this is kind of what the UFC has to do to fill out these cards. And again, I'm not taking anything away
Wait,
from
Suzanne keeps saying Agapova, but she is facing Hannah Cyphers, who filled in at the last minute. So
Yeah.
we understand that Agapova had gotten notice earlier on, but she was, but her opponent is no longer, and so she was fighting Hannah Cyphers.
That's correct. That is correct. Yeah.
In a non-UFC Vegas news, JDS Jairzinho is going down in August.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh,
Our own David
matchmaking.
Martin and Guillermo Cruz confirmed it.
Good matchmaking.
fantastic!
What is
I love
August?
that fight so much.
August. Can you,
UFC
can you imagine us making it through July? You're talking August. Crazy.
What a grim way of putting things. That's a great matchup. I guess we can say that Junior Dos Santos is in that veteran gatekeeper area, and I don't think that's an insulting thing to say. I think that's just speaks to
I'm insulted.
I think that speaks to how great he is, that he is still at this stage of his career and still getting matched up with the top prospects and guys like that. So again, if you're a Jairzinho, you got to bounce back from that quick knockout loss, and beating a former world champion always a good way to do it.
Is Biggie how old is Biggie Boy? We consider him a prospect, or is he pretty much?
I'm in an MMA.
I think this is who he
I don't
is.
think yeah, I don't think you're a prospect once you fight for a number one contender fight.
Yeah, you're wrong, AK.
Yeah, that's fair to say. That's fair to say.
But
He's 32 years old.
I understand.
So
He's 32.
Okay,
He
well,
should
so
be hitting his prime soon.
Jose, we don't know where that event is yet, correct?
No. I
'Cause they-
I was talking with Oscar Willis, and we have a theory, but this is just based on theory. We think, our theory is it'll be July will be Fight Island, and then August will be Vegas again, and then September, since they're targeting Khabib Justin Gaethje, we assume that'll be on Fight Island again. So they'll, because I can't imagine
Calling
Stipe.
Yaz Island, Fight Island.
It's
Right.
Yaz Island.
I can't imagine Stipe Miocic, because it's on the same card as Stipe DC, UFC 252. I can't imagine that'll be in Yaz Island. I assume that would be in the tiny cage in the UFC Apex, but I say that with no confidence.
Oh man, that's a big bummer. I just realized that. As Dana said that, is Dana confirmed when they go to Yaz Island, is everything going back to the big cage? Because that's a total bummer.
We'll find out.
That's a bummer.
Likely, since that is it. That might be it's probably going to be the kids coming over from the Europe crew or whatever. So likely it'll be at the larger cage.
Well, it just depends on what space it's going to be. Yeah.
They sent out pictures.
Here's what I'll
they
do,
want-
Casey. When we get Dana White scrum, I'll ask.
Please. Thank you. I'm very interested.
Only because you said please.
Wait. So that picture they sent out, that was the official venue? That to me, that looked like just a mock-up.
No, not the one on the beach. That's fake. No, the one inside of a venue.
That's the venue's already built. Everything. I didn't even know
I
that.
think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, because I was looking at people asking Megan O'Leary on her Twitter, like, how is it going to be on the beach in Abu Dhabi in the summer? And she's like, it's not on the beach. It's in a venue. There's pictures of it. So I was like, okay.
Marvin Vittori on his Instagram story, if anyone wants to check, if you guys want to check out his Instagram story, is dropping hot memes to make fun of Carl Roberson.
Ooh,
So
sick.
I was looking for one is his head on Ned Stark from Game of Thrones saying, "Brace yourselves, Roberson is trying to make weight again." Ha ha ha. The classic meme of a guy having to push 2 buttons, one saying miss weight, one saying pull out, and another one with CJ from San Andreas, of course, the weigh-in, and I don't want to swear, S word, here we go again. So Marvin Vettori, taking this well.
So
I mean,
what modern life we're
he
at?
has every right. He has every right to be mad.
100%,
at this
100%.
point.
Absolutely.
Well,
You
okay,
know,
well, we've talked about Is she going? What's going to be next for her, regardless of what happens tomorrow? How about Roberson? I mean, I would have to think the UFC can't have him fighting at 85 anymore.
I would imagine not.
The second time, usually they make you move, especially with Although it's trying to make weight twice in 1 month is not good for your body. but,
No, it is not. So what was
By the way,
what was the
So
reason?
we're still waiting on Charles Rosa and Zaruk Adashev.
Charles Rosa, normally the featherweight, coming in short notice and fighting at featherweight. I'm sorry, fighting at lightweight. Is Aguilar? Is he normal? Sorry, I forgot. Is he normally a lightweight?
Well,
Or
well,
is he?
he's fought at featherweight
Aguilar.
before Kevin Aguilar. He's fought at
I thought
featherweight
you said
before.
Christian Aguilar. I was like, what the heck?
No, not Christian
was like,
Aguilera
there's
and
no
Kevin
way.
Aguilar.
Right.
And just really quickly to answer Eleftherios Monkeys, yes, he is Uzbek. Zaruk Adashev is from Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan, correct. Since I'm on Shade Watch right now, fan favorite Jojo Calderwood has replied to one of our Twitter posts about the video of Jessica I missing weight, which you guys can find on our Twitter right now. The clip, Jojo Calderwood, a little shade. She said, "Oh, are they still letting girls get away with the curtain pinch?"
What does that mean?
Ooh. Oh, I'm just the messenger. I'm just the messenger.
You know,
Jojo Calderwood.
it is real interesting with the whole thing with the hoop. Their hands are supposed to be above. That's the whole
Yes.
point. And
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, usually you're supposed to weigh in like this. And actually, even beyond that, Alex Savas and I once held the hoop
Yes.
because the commission had said that the UFC's employees can't hold the hoop because
That was
they just
in,
did right now in
Chicago.
That was in Chicago. That was when
Chicago, and
Alex
so
and I were
Megan.
still working at Fanside. You had to hold it from Megan. They picked the two shortest women in the room to hold it
Yes.
for a 6 foot.
the two of us are the shortest women in the room, and they're like, "Here, hold this hoop for Megan Anderson."
Oh
and
boy.
I just kept hearing her saying, "Higher, higher, higher." Okay, sorry.
And she was also standing on the scale, so that's like another like 2-3 inches.
No, but
Oh, and
but that's been the only time when the commission, and that was the famous Romero miss, right?
Yeah.
That was the Romero when Romero missed a quarter pound, and they were using the digital scale. So yeah, there were no flubbing. Yeah, and the commission was really very accurate with their weigh-ins and making sure no shenanigans were happening.
Clay Hamilton says, "No way, she missed weight again. Shut up."
Jojo Calderwood followed up with, "I wonder what she would have been with her hands in the air." And by the way, people check out her tweets because they have some hilarious gifs attached to them as well. So, is there a beef there between Jojo and Jessica?
Well,
that
they
we're
are in
not-
the same division.
Yes,
so
of course,
there's going to
yeah.
be beef. Yeah.
At Jessica I's media day on Thursday, she alluded to a mystery beef with someone else in her division. She would not say.
I think it's Sajara.
That is what I saw people speculating. Now, but now I wonder: is it Jojo Calderwood? Is there some beef there? But people said Sajara Eubanks was the name that came up. Yeah.
Alex, I think that's your next series. You're gonna start writing mystery beef.
Wait, are Jessica and JoJo teammates? Because they both train in Vegas.
No, they're
No.
not. No.
Okay,
Jessica's out of Extreme Couture,
That's
and
right.
JoJo's out of Syndicate.
Syndicate. That's
Yeah.
right. That's
So
right.
in a way, you could call them rivals.
Rivals.
That's fair.
We're stirring the pot here today. I like it. We're a little pot stirring,
Crosstown
guys.
rivals.
A little pot stirring. This is all just rumors, guys. This is all rumors. All right, I'm just saying. You know.
Yeah, no.
No, it's not a rumor that they're rivals. They're two top flyweights, and they're in the same weight class. They are
They
definitely
could be
rivals.
best friends. They could be best friends.
And they
Casey.
are rivals. They are rivals.
They could be best friends. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
so are you going on the record? Is that
is
is that your mystery beef that they're best friends?
You'll have to wait for the first edition of Mystery Beef this weekend, Casey. Before we can answer. I don't want to just give it away on the stream. Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that for the most part, almost every single fighter I've interacted with has secret beef with people in their own weight class. So even if they on the surface are friendly or they want to be respectful, et cetera, every time the fighter from the same weight class walks away, you'll have that fighter turn around and go, "Hey, fuck that guy," or "Fuck
Whoa,
that girl."
whoa.
So because
Esther-
they know they're gonna fight each other one day.
Esther, and can we stay on brand? It's not secret beef, it's mystery beef, please.
Oh, sorry.
Stay on brand.
Hashtag mystery beef. Throw your best rumors in the chat, guys. Hashtag
Trademark
mystery
it.
beef.
Trademark it.
For the record, we do not have any mystery beefs here at MMA Fighting. Our beefs are all in the open. So there is no mystery beefs here. Jose and I sworn enemies, as we know. I'm very stung by the.
Is it a rivalry if it's so one-sided?
Well, I was gonna say I'm very stung by the beating I took on the first edition of Between the Links. I'm still reeling from it. I hate Jose. I do not like him personally. I respect him greatly, but I'm not fond of him or his attitude. But yes, he did win Between the Links. You guys can watch
we
two.
have,
It's 2-0.
we have
Tuesdays.
a fighter about to hit the scale. Yeah, 2-0, baby.
Oh, someone's about to come on the scale. Okay, let's switch back here. All right. Ta-da. Right, we've got 31 minutes left.
Jose, has the UFC officially said that I or Roberson are not coming back?
They have not said anything.
Okay.
They usually even email statements. They haven't said anything.
Okay.
Yet.
Next to the scale, Zaruk Adashev.
All right, we got Zaruk Akshev. Who will be fighting Tyson Nam. Kickboxer.
Ooh.
138 and a half. A lot of misweights today.
Well, considering every fight on this card is short notice or oddly put together, this is not a surprise.
I think, remember when we first heard that events were coming back, we were actually like, I remember the first week, the Jackson cards, there was, I think, one miss on like every card, but we were almost surprised
Next to the
there
scale,
weren't more.
Charles Boston Strong Rosa.
All right, Charles Rosa next. Normally
And
a
last.
featherweight. Oh, is this our final fighter? Unless no one's weighing in
Yeah.
again.
Final
Yeah.
fighter.
Unless someone comes back, yeah.
Oh,
What's happening?
taking his pants off, Esther. That's what's happening.
Oh, sorry.
Do we have the hoop of shame? Oh no. Oh okay.
Nope.
Oh, just
Nope,
the pants.
no
Oh, just the pants. I'm sorry. I was
Yeah.
looking away from
Yeah.
it.
Don't get too excited.
155.
There we
All
go.
right. On the mark, 155 for Charles Boston Strong Rosa.
And the flex. Tom Brady. Go on.
I want to make a note about Adashev. He actually is a flyweight, but we will say he did take this fight on extremely short notice. So as we said, many of these fighters have. So maybe not an excuse for missing weight, but if just people want to have a little bit of context, yes, he did less than 1 week's notice. I believe he's only on 4 or 5 days' notice that he stepped in. So not easy. No, I don't know what I don't care what you normally fight at. That's not easy to make.
Who was Tyson Nam originally scheduled to fight?
Ryan Benoit,
That's right.
undisclosed, withdrew undisclosed reasons.
Ryan Benoit is normally a flyweight too, right? Or has he moved up the bantamweight?
Yes.
Yeah.
He is normally a flyweight. I think this would have been his first fight at bantamweight in the UFC. I could be wrong, but I believe that it would have been.
Tyson Nam also fights at flyweight too.
I'm trying to find out what time face-offs are happening. That should be it, guys, right?
Well,
It should be again, unless anyone comes back.
So Minner's off, right?
Mm-hmm. Minner's off.
So I and Robertson, are those weights official? Because technically they still have till
find out.
11 o'clock.
Did they say anything about Roberson or I? Yeah. Nothing on Roberson or I, just Minner's off. That's it. So everyone's off. Everything. They're gonna try to do wet stare downs in 15 minutes, according to Heidi of the UFC.
15 minutes. Okay. All right. I guess we're done then.
All right. Well,
So we'll
we just
get
said-
out of here and we'll come right back.
all right, guys.
Yeah, we'll see you guys back for the stare downs in about 15 minutes. Thanks.
Okay, bye.